Collective. What is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to be looking at the overall energy for the week via the tarot, astrology, and any other channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are currently in the midst of Sagittarius season. We're experiencing a lot of retrogrades. 4 different planets are in retrograde. However, as we're finishing out the week, we're going to be heading into a full moon in Gemini, and Mercury finally goes direct. It actually didn't seem like it was that long of a Mercury retrograde, but Mars did just go into retrograde, like I was mentioning earlier, and it really is kind of affecting our ego, our sense of self, our desire to move certain things forward in our life and not necessarily seeing that action, that movement that we desire. And so we have to be patient right now, patient in the process. It's not about giving up. It's not about being like, wow, this is never going to work, so I might as well just drop it all together. It's more this value of working strategically, working mindfully, patiently, and doing your due diligence, right? Kind of vetting who and what you're allowing into your life, especially if it does have long-term commitments surrounding it, making sure that it really is in alignment with you, especially if there's already tension or red flags present. Those red flags, those feelings of unrest or something is off. That is our body, our soul's way of telling us to check in and maybe do a little further exploring as to why this might not be the right thing. And with that in mind, I'd like to start with these energy cleansings, just to kind of cleanse away, do a little blessing for the reading, set the intention, but also just cleanse away some of those lower vibrational energies or energies that we don't necessarily want to get involved with. This is a really good time to set your own intention as well. If you have specific messages or questions you would like Spirit to answer, set those, be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. You can do it for any of your favorite readers on YouTube or wherever there are collective readings playing. All right. And I also, as a side note, I do personal readings. I offer a variety of services, wellness services, aligning the mind, body, soul. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, help you navigate through. I also do energy healing and Ayurvedic consultation, so helping us realign with ourselves so we are making those decisions from a place of empowerment instead of subservience. So hit me up. All that info's in the description box below. I would love to help, support, especially if you resonate, vibe with my energy. It means we'll be a good fit. All right, let's get into this collective. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm, cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see, sense, understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. A little smoky today. My allergies are bothering me so bad. It's annoying me so bad. So forgive me if I'm a little congested today. All right, so this week, you know, we are kind of starting out with a little bit more tension in the air. I don't feel like there's a lot of like make it or break it energy, but it's annoyance. It's frustration, kind of like I was talking about with Mars, not necessarily seeing movement, forward progress, and especially in places that we are intentionally putting in the work, the effort. That can be pretty defeating in and of itself. There's a lot of water and fire energy in the collective right now, so it's very reactionary. And this is also confirmation of why you don't want to make any quick decisions, because we don't want to be reacting out of those feelings, out of those emotions. Overarching energy for the week is the cloud. So there are things that you're dealing with that are not, full clarity has not been brought quite yet. You're not seeing things 100% clearly. Not in a way to point the finger, but in a way where there's more to unfold. There's more to come to the surface. And again, emphasizing why that patience in the process is so important this week. I kind of feel like someone or something has turned their back on you. There has been a lot of gossip, a lot of conversation. Maybe this is happening at a work environment or within a community, in a family. There's a lot of people around, and there's a lot of people like weighing in on not only like what this person did. I feel like maybe some people are siding with this individual, but there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of conversation, and I don't feel like it's all in front of your face is what I'm seeing. It's not all in front of the face. You can feel it though. You can sense it. You're kind of picking it up in the background. We are in the holiday season, so we're going to be getting together with people. I cut to King of Cups. There's our emotional individual right there, someone who can't like manage their emotions and feelings, and definitely showing that you're moving in your own direction. Like you're in a space where even if it does bother someone else or someone else doesn't like it, you're still putting your focus, your energy into yourself. Because I think like what I'm seeing is there's a lot that comes with this person, with this situation. It directly affects your happiness, mental, emotional, as well as your well-being. And this person is weighing their options. They're trying to assess their next moves. I feel like they're feeling a little stuck. It shows like they're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit confined with what the next step is. Some of this is because of their own, there's that 10 of Cups again. Some of this again is because of their own decision makings. There is not complete closure in this cycle though quite yet. It's showing that you're going to have to be making a decision around this, around which way you're going to be going this week. And I feel like, I don't know. Okay, let's look into this a little bit more. There's more knowledge coming to the surface, like I was saying earlier. There's more to be revealed, to be discovered, and it's important, like I said, to take your time. Boundaries are necessary, especially at the beginning of the week, especially if something is trying to fight with you. You're starting the week off really strong, feeling good, feeling empowered. You're headed in the right direction, or what you feel is the right direction. And specifically in a way where even if there's not a lot of change or big change happening right now, you still feel it. You still sense it. You're still seeing it happen. And it's making you feel stronger and stronger as you go. It is giving you that momentum, even if it is a snail's pace. And you know, you might have too many boundaries around you beginning of the week. not good, bad, right, or wrong, but there might be areas where you can look for a little more help and support. Yes, there's Lone Ranger energy around you. And I'm not sure that you necessarily have to go it alone. I don't know that you need collaboration, partnership right in this moment, but I do think it has to be thought about. I feel like you're a little skittish with this Birds card. This is talks about people, situations, gossiping, maybe even kind of bringing you down a little bit. There's a lot of gossip around this situation. You could be dealing with a male or just a masculine energy, someone who's just like very much in their masculinity. And I feel like this is why you've had to be on the defensive. This person has a little bit of a bully energy. They want you to do what they want you to do. They want you to succumb to their opinions, their decisions, how they want things to run. And I feel like it's not been easy for you. This could be family, like it's definitely affecting your home environment, your sense of stability. So whether this is family members or money or it just feels like someone's really weighed this dynamic down, someone or something, and you're kind of over it. I feel like they didn't take you seriously for a long time, and now you're in this place where you've set your sights elsewhere. It's important for you to find this happiness, and that's what you're moving towards. And I do see you beginning of the week blocking out a lot of the tension, a lot of the frustration. There's that Four of Wands card. And so as you're moving midweek, it is setting you up in a secure way. You feel solid, you feel secure, you feel good about what your direction is. There's that Four of Wands keeps popping up. Maybe you're really spending a lot of time just in your home environment, beautifying it, cleaning it out, making it, we're holidays, we decorate, all that stuff. But it feels, it feels very supportive. It feels like you're preparing. I kept hearing nesting. And you don't have to be pregnant, but it is this value of like preparing for what's to come, preparing for what's on the horizon. And there's a lot of happiness that is coming through. And I'm really enjoying this energy that we're seeing in the collective where things are starting to finally give way. Pluto finally moved into Aquarius a couple weeks ago. And so we're starting to see things change and the tide turn a little bit more. Even though we still have Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus in retrograde right now, which does slow the pace down, especially as it pertains to that forward momentum, new opportunities, our abundance is directly attached with Jupiter. And Uranus is basically forcing us to contend with what is in front of us. Those past energies that still need the tying up of loose ends. Even if you don't have plans for this person, this thing to be in your life for a long time, there still is a need to find a way to work through this. And it is going to require you to become a little bit more analytical in your approach. It's not as much, even though you're very much in this energy of happiness and empowerment, that's not necessarily the answer, not necessarily the key. The Queen of Swords is not known for being the happiest, right? She's, if anything, she could be a little bit of a B. So this is recognizing that, yes, your empowerment, your happiness is important. It is important to walk away or, separate yourself from people, situations that are very gossipy. I feel like someone was involving a lot of people in a situation and they've since stopped. They're trying to, they're trying to find different solutions, that's for sure. The Devil. And this is all coming in around your happiness. So, and we saw this with the new moon as well. Usually the cycles of the new moon, if they're not in an eclipse season, they're lasting for a couple weeks until we hit the full moon in Gemini, which is actually happening the 15th at the end of these readings, the end of this week. So making sure that you are vetting who and what you're giving your time and attention to. Someone, something knows how to manipulate, and they are actively trying to find a way. Where is the crack? Where is the door slightly open that they can push their way in? And it feels like they're approaching you understanding that you're looking for this sense of happiness and empowerment, speaking to you from that space, maybe even trying to convince you they're exhausted, they're tired, they've changed, it's not how it used to be. I feel like for some of you who are not interested in getting back involved in this situation, there might be some threats. There might be some anger, especially with end of the week energy where Saturn is tensely aspected to everything, basically. And I feel like this is revealing a lot about this whole dynamic. It's basically revealing someone's ability to commit or to not. I feel like in some ways the conversation that you have, you are standing up for yourself. You're putting up boundaries, and in a way that you haven't done so in the past. And while end of the week you're feeling better about yourself, I feel like there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration. This person maybe even completely shuts down. Boundaries is in our overarching energy, our overarching theme for the week. So making sure that you have really good boundaries with this person, individual. If you do have to collaborate with them on some level, I feel like, adjust expectations, because this feels a little bit like a teetering energy. Someone can't hear the truth. And I see them either like ghosting you or going silent or kind of just having this, I don't want to talk about it, getting really defensive, getting mad that you're not buying into the manipulation, challenging you, trying to not take advantage. Well, I mean, I guess it is taking advantage, but this is like, I love that get wild card for you this week, because it's about not being afraid to check someone, on what they're saying, on how they're dealing with you and the relationship and the situation. And beginning of the week, even though there's tension, you're like readying yourself, right? We said that at the very beginning. You're readying yourself for battle. Take it in context. Maybe this is going to be a little bit of a battle. This person gets mad. They get mad when they're not getting their way, And I feel like they haven't been getting their way for quite some time. This is definitely tied back to ancestors, ancestral patterning. We've been seeing this in the collective as well, where we are weeding out, unlearning a lot of those deeper patterns that are embedded in us that come from parents, grandparents, environments that we've been and raised in that are trying to force a certain idea, agenda onto us that really isn't even necessarily true anymore. And this. We're empowering ourselves. We're healing in the ways that we empower ourselves, not being able to stand up for what we think, what we believe, the life that we want to live, even if it is counterintuitive to someone else, even if they are trying to throw us off course or get people to bully us into submission. It's not worth it. This person only has so much power. Even if it looks like they have a lot on the surface, they only have so much. I really believe there is a thing around just like, you know, your energy for you is the most powerful. No one can infiltrate that in a way unless you allow them, right? Unless you're open to that. You have that empowerment this week. Definitely stand strong in it. I see you doing that. I see you having to make some hard decisions around some of the messier stuff that you are dealing with this week. But it also feels like you're starting to do that from a place of power versus a place of questioning or not feeling worthy, not feeling valuable. So with that in mind, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. If you did, definitely drop comments below. I love to hear, I love to connect, share, and a little love, TLC. Thank you for all the love and support you bring my way. I am sending it back to you.